Hello, good afternoon, happy Saturday. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm just wrapping up my setup. I was a little bit later. I was hanging out the largest wash known to mankind. It took a bit longer than I was expecting. Paint, how are you doing?
I'm not a shrink.
Check. Bear with. Posture. Hydrate. And a stretch. It is tradition. It sort of is, isn't it? And just because I just started doesn't mean that my posture's terrible, so. Doesn't mean my posture isn't terrible. That's what I wanted to say. How are you doing? How's it going? How's adults? Things around mortgages. I think ours is next year, if I remember correctly. Not excited about that, but yeah, mortgages are not fun. I'm very glad that Nivian isn't too bothered by that kind of stuff, because it stresses me out like nothing else, so. George, bless him, we gave him a filled hoof of some sort last night as a snack. And he tried to bury it underneath his mattress, underneath my desk yesterday. And today he's dug it back out and he's now he's hidden it next to the garage door. Very, very well hidden. But yeah. Have an agreement, keep an eye on money and stuff. Keep the wife informed of it. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how Nivian does it too. He really likes his spreadsheets and stuff, so he keeps things recorded. He is a control freak in the best sort of ways. Like he loves to know that it's all taken care of. I love to know that it's all taken care of, and I know that he will take care of it. So, sort of, that's how it works. What are we doing today? I think my plan, I didn't really have a plan. Well, I sort of fallen into the hole of what am I going to do next. I want to do some of my nifs, but I haven't primed those yet, so I can only do the bases on those. So I'm going to finish these 3 Sylvaneth off. I finished painting them yesterday. So they just need something on the bases. Yeah, trees. And then I'll probably... I might build my Tyranid warriors, possibly. Or work on the Tyranid bases. Adds fire. Oh, that's mean. My poor boys. I've got all the war flesh. Let's use that. Fire on the nidbugs, yeah. That is fair. Right. Helldivers, yes. But in Helldivers it's like one problem after the next. I haven't played, I've watched, and it's been it's always sort of a disaster, which is kind of fun. Fun to watch, not necessarily fun to play, or I don't know if it looks really fun to play, but I also knocked my camera yesterday, which is not really surprising, but it happens. It's fun, yeah, I thought it would be. Can I reach? Oh my god. I can reach, fantastic. There we go. Oh, it shouldn't be taken seriously. That's the whole goal of that game. I think it's designed to be silly and fun and most definitely not exactly, but most definitely not to be taken lightly. Seriously, I mean. There we go. That'll do. I need to find a better place for my brushes because that's not ideal. I picked up some of the orange brushes and they were delivered earlier this week. They're literally orange. They're nice. I like them. They're very soft, which is quite nice, but I'm not going to use them to slap green paint on these bases. That would be a waste. So we'll do that. Oh, green paint on my monitor. That's obviously where it's supposed to go. For the first time in many, many years, I have been watching an actual TV show besides the Great British Bake Off. I went and got a haircut on Friday and to get all my freaking grey covered up again. I know. Watching actual TV, what is this? Obviously on catch up. I'm not gonna sit there and watch ads, but it's well, thank you. It's you can't really see, but it's almost like ginger at the moment. It's very shiny. Anyway, yeah. So I've been watching The Traitors, and my hairdresser was like, "I reckon this is the kind of show that you would really like." Yeah, it's a bit shorter. That's right. I actually forgot about the fact that it got shorter. It is. The shorter it is, the easier it is to manage. I am very much a lazy person when it comes to doing my hair. I cannot be bothered with that stuff, so. But yeah, so she was like, "Yeah, I've been watching The Traitors with my girls, and yeah, it's been really good. It's a really good season." And they fortunately brought the airing time forward from 9 till 10 to 8 till 9 because it was very awkward because the girls are supposed to be in bed already and etc. I was like, "The Traitors? What is that?" And she's like, "You haven't watched The Traitors? I thought that would be the exact show that you would like to watch." I was like, "Really?" And then I watched it, and it is the exact show that I would like to watch. So I binged the 5 first episodes of season 4. As you do. I think the 6th one came out last night, and I think did I watch that too? Pretty sure I watched that too. Hi player. Hi player. Oh, my scroll is so broken. Yes, it is. It did come out, and I did watch it. So yes. No, you think you don't really like reality TV unless it's like Mythbusters or something. So it's. Do you know the game Werewolves? Where you have like a game master who narrates a sort of a story, and some people are werewolves, some people are villagers, or mafia. I think is the same with where some people are mafia and other people's are just normal civilians. It's that, but with traitors and faithfuls. And in lieu of being able to play it myself, it was very entertaining, very entertaining to watch. some brighter green. But yeah, I don't really watch normal TV at all, to be honest. Like I said, only the Bake Off. Only Bake Off. And now Traitors. This is a very dirty little piece of paper, so I'm going to swap that out. Don't really know why I'm doing this if I'm going to be playing with Flock in a minute, but here we are. Got me fancy kitchen roll. Have you been up to much? Good afternoon, White Wolf. How are you doing? White Wolf, are you coming to RoseCon, or are you going to go to ChillCon? Is that and then that's your social battery for the month? I think Be'lakor might be dropped from the ChillCon competition. Oh no, why? Have you found something better? ChillCon, RoseCon's got for your birthday. That's fair. It's a shame, but fair. But why is Be'lakor? The minute you're painting, though smaller, he feels far superior. Yeah, I get that. I had the same with my Dreadnought and Fulgrim towards the end. It's very frustrating. I mean, it's good because it means that you're improving, right? You're getting better and etc. Which is good. It's just a little bit annoying that it's right after you spend so much time on the other mini. Let me have a look at my little drawers here. Have I got any primed plants? I do. Lovely. Now the question is, have we got any super glue down here? Or have they all gonzoed? Which I fear might be the case. PVA is going to take 6 years to dry, but that might be what we'll have to use. Look at it. What is, something is stuck in this drawer. Oh my god. Oh my god. Not cut myself on this knife. Ooh, super glue. Yes. Result. What is this? Ooh, super fatty glue. Morning, Argamax. You alright? How's it going, Zach? I'm digging through drawers, trying to not cut myself on hobby knives that are in there. Really should be in like a pouch or something, or in a different drawer or whatever. You're giving this one away too, Sam. It might be a competition when you're giving away. Ooh, that's fancy. Right, let me grab some little plants because Even though I don't particularly like this anymore. This is the style in which I did all my other Sylvaneths, so I feel like they should sort of match at least. EP, waiting for your flow improver to arrive so you can get on with airbrushing your dreadnought. You can just use a bit of thinner. You don't need to use flow improver. I'm personally not a huge fan of flow improver. Orc skin and gilly dew or something. Oh, you've run out of thinner also. Okay, fair enough. IPA? Don't do that, by the way. Don't use IPA. Right, am I going to glue these on and then paint? Yeah. I will do that, I think. Oh no. Cap is glued on. Guess we're using it without the cap then. Thinner is also rapidly speeding up the tip dry. Oh. Which tip do you have, or like which nozzle brace? Because you can leave it off and then just dip a little bit of paper in a kitchen roll in a solution and wipe your nozzle or your tip off with that occasionally. That's a Siege Studios tip. Making a little sponge with like a little ball of tissue paper which you store in a ceramic bowl of with a bit of, I think it was, I'll have to look up the exact thing that they use, but I think it was thinner and or IPA or something like that, and it just leaves a little ball in there. Apparently the ceramic dish or glass dishes, they stay like cooler longer, so even on really hot days you still have a tip that's not like a bowl that doesn't heat up and doesn't immediately evaporate your product, which is quite nice. I still have to do it with like every 30 seconds with a thinner. Interesting. I must admit I have not had that issue, but then I don't really airbrush all that often, so I might just have gotten lucky. little drop off. Come on, can we come off, please? Activator, so hopefully I won't need to wait too long for the stupid glue to dry. Lovely. Oh, that's tight. That's what he said. I could also grab a brown, and I have a dark green. But oh, sorry, George, didn't mean to kick your duck. Bony matter and a brown. Where is it? There we go. That'll do. Quite difficult to tell with this dread anyway, because you're painting him as white scars. At the moment you're airbrushing light grey over slightly darker grey. Oh, God. That is... yeah. A challenge. Did you start with the black, or did you build up from a like grey seer or something? Nivian and John are playing a game of Spearhead today. They've gone to Langdon Games to play. So the Skaven that I painted yesterday, or rather I painted them earlier this week. I finished them yesterday. Also finished the last 4 of the clan rats that I hadn't done yet. Like, not at all. So that was cool. Now it's just 2 characters that are not done yet. Apparently the rats are a hit. Pixie, how you doing? How's it going? Primary color for ghoul grey, airbrushing SC white on top. Ooh. I don't actually know ghoul grey. Oh, that's very green. You good? Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Nice. You up to much this weekend? You doing any hobby stuff, or? Editing 3D print files. Nice. What kind of files? Like, are you... And editing in what way is also the next question, I suppose. Do you do 3D design, or... You use Google Grey sometimes? I have no idea how that comes out. Is it similar to Grey Seer, or is it? Oh, Kia plate. Speaking of IKEA, I'm very excited. We ordered one of the glass cabinets with lights in them. I'll probably end up going over there. I'll have to move my picture frames, which is fine. And also some new bedding and stuff, and I'm quite excited. I know IKEA is not for everyone, but I really love it. I'll have to have a look at this plate, because I'm really curious now what kind of plate that is. Oh, is that the pegboard? Oh, very nice. So the little shelves thingies that go into the SCAD is cool. Very nice. I kind of want as much as possible of my anything that's stored here to be in drawers or behind doors, because I hate dusting and I am not very good at it, and it doesn't happen often enough. So anything that's sort of exposed to direct air just gets dusty and I hate it. So I prefer to lock everything away. Smallest chance to get dusty. According to Internet, Ghoul Grey is a colour match for Grey Seer. I'm familiar with Grey Seer. Grey Seer is a paint you use when you don't want to use the Citadel, I think it's White Scar, white spray paint, the rattle can, which is horrible and terrible and shouldn't be used. So you go for the next lightest one, which is the Grey Seer, which surprisingly comes out pretty good. Yeah, Wraithbone's good. It's a bit warmer than the Grey Seer, but depends on what you want to paint afterwards, I guess, and how much it matters. In some cases, it doesn't matter at all. You're going to layer up for half an hour anyway, then the first prime doesn't really make much of a difference. Right, we still have some paint left, so I'll slap that on. And then we'll do the silly stuff. Whitebone from Colour Forge. Anyhow, it's a lot of grey. Yes, of course it is. Cool. I guess we're using PVA. Matte white is being reserved for the edge highlights. Yeah, I would not touch that model with actual white unless you have to. Which of course for like edge highlights is kind of useful. Have I got a crusty brush or glue? This will do. Right, this should dry up clear, so we will hope that this is the case. It did for everything else that I've used it on, so fingers crossed. La la la. me grab my little basket of... Oh my gosh, that's going to actually be quite a challenge. Bear with. Ooh, I can do some of that. I could have sworn the darker I had some of that in a drawer as well. Yeah, there it is. No, that's almost the same. Why have I got 3 drawers of almost exactly the same shade of green? Almost. Not that it matters. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Right. I'm making a mess. And I've got sour worms. Love worms. Should I have watered this down? Possibly. Do I care? Not entirely. Well, I fixed it, yes. Have any of you read Dungeon Crawler Carl? I've been, I started it a couple of nights ago, and I am enjoying it a hell of a lot more than I thought I was going to. It's in your webtoon list. Didn't realise there was a comic of it. But yeah, it's quite good so far. Oh, I forgot to paint the skull. Let's do that quickly. One of these bases had a skull on it somewhere. We'll have to bookmark that. Bookmark. Look at that some other time, but that looks fun. Yeah, it's been really enjoyable. I really like, well, I mean, I love to read. It's one of my favourite things to do in the entire world. And having a book that is really fun makes it really fun to read. What a surprise. It sounds like absolute freaking hell. What will happen to him, but See if I can actually make a bit of like sad tree on this. No, that's going to look horrendous, but I can put a bit of green there as some sort of shrub. Not quite as fun as the as using it as what do you call it? I used it as like corals and stuff, and the Deepkin army models that I did works really well as coral. This stuff possibly better than shrub, but like, a bit of definition and a bit of height is always fun. Let's stick that on this side. There we go. And these bases are too big. No! I lost my plant. You were supposed to be stuck down. You had super glue on you. You turn the heating off in here. Beginning to get quite toasty. I've also just noticed another crack on my screen protector. Time to change that. Nothing wrong with a bit of overkill. Not when there's flock going on top of it anyway. Tap tap taparoo. Wipe off the base rim. Couldn't have any glue on it, so nice. That's fine. They'll fit with my other Sylvaneth anyway. I am now thinking about doing a different Sylvaneth army. Needs fire. Yeah, well, my thought was to do more Sylvaneth, but in a different scheme. Something like autumn or something. Instead of the springy, summery colours that I have now on these. Motherfucker. Super glue, you were supposed to work on me. And instead, you're just super and not very gluey. Trying to close an old shoe with super glue with one hand, not the easiest thing in the world. Cool. Those little drawers can go back in the slideys. Really love this little it's essentially it's like a tool cupboard thingy, or like a storage unit for like screws and bits, and got loads of little drawers full of basing bits, kit bashing bits, everything that's come off a sprue that I haven't used is gone on there. So what was I thinking? Oh yeah. A little bit of the old Agrax shade. Have I got? Oh, I love Lidl for storage boxes and everything like that. Like, this one was an Amazon purchase, but it's the same sort of thing. Like, I've seen these kind of shelves at Lidl as well. So cool. And now for the pièce de résistance. Let's put these bits back. Sealant spray. Oh my... Jesus Christ. Pardon my French. The moment you elbow your freaking really expensive camera, and you can just feel it wobble. This looks horrendous now, but it normally does dry up. And leaves the whole thing nice and secure, so you don't get any grass bits going everywhere every time you pick up your model. Cool. Cool. That can go up there. That can go up there later, because I'm not going to climb in front of the camera again. And let me... Ooh. Just wipe off the worst of these. Right, now. They now look like horrendously yellow, or like horrendously neon green, but that'll dry up less neon green. And then they can go with the rest of my Sylvaneth. I think these were the last 3 things that I hadn't painted. So, that's quite nice. I have a lot of stuff on my desk. Not in a fun way. A lot of these things are... They should just go in drawers, really, but... Everything is too full. Too full. Too full. I ordered, and it was delivered, a new paint rack, which I will just have to, at some point, mount. Not super excited about that, because I don't really like creating more dust in here than absolutely necessary, but we are very much running out of space, and I want to make sure that things can be tidied away, because I like things being tidied away. But yeah, I have another set of paints, which at the moment won't fit on the shelves. I have the amazing AK panel liners that Zach got me for Christmas, still on the desk. I have Clan Rats still on sprue. For some reason, these 2 are still on my desk. It really does. Of all these projects that I still need to finish. Ooh, that's what I'll do. Speaking of finishing things, bear with. Black coach. I can work on the little ghosts of the coach today. That'll be a nice little project. Because the coach itself is basically done. I just need to do the ghosts. Just the ghosts. Cool. Did I finish that one already? I thought I still had a bit. Right. Last worm. I really love sour candy, like Tankfastics and sour worms and stuff like that. Now I have the exact stuff that I need. I didn't know I would need. Because I've got all these ghosts but their cloth is still a little bit flat looking to me. So let's bring out these paints that at the moment don't fit on the shelves. Look at that. It's essentially a set for painting white. So they're all not white. The only I got it with a discount because the actual white on it in that set, someone stole it from the shop. So he sold. You have white paint. Well, I will let you know what these paints do. It's I like Ionic. They're like the yeah, same bottles and everything as the Atom range. I think they're probably yeah, they're co-branded by Ammo. No, exactly. You won't use any white. Same. Alba's white is the whitest it's going to get, and that's like yeah, different white. But look at that. I like that, considering I've got these guys to do. I know this is like a more cyan-y blue, but I'm not a major fan of Ionic, but it's more political. Oh, I didn't even know there was any political problems there. What's the political complaint? Doop, 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 doop. Supposedly these have mixing bowls in them, but I think they're too full for them to be heard. Ooh, pretty. I wanted to deal with a model firm called Big Child Creators and I cut them out of the deal. Ooh. Oh, that's crap. Yeah, because these are Big Child Creatives. Ionic. Well, that's not very nice. Oh, okay. Well, with a bit of luck, they'll do a, Good evening, Girl Painting. How are you doing today? Yeah, my vital signs are all right. They are all right. I'm feeling pretty okay at the moment, which is nice. Apart from having used so many different or painted so many different things recently, I am now struggling to, well, not struggling, having to reposition my camera every time I do something new. Yeah, vital signs all nominal. Yeah, it's. I mean, I've been sniffly for about 2.5 weeks, but who else has? Who hasn't? Like, not. That's nothing new. I'm testing out my new brushes. I bought some of the orange brushes and so far they feel really nice. The tips are really good on them. They're very soft. So you don't get any streaks or anything in your paint, which is nice. Trunk plague is going around the world. Hit you 2 weeks before Christmas. Yeah, fantastic. Over here, Nivian was sick. Or not sick, but on the edge of being sick for about 2 weeks, and that was around 2 weeks before Christmas. And it took so long for it to hit me that I thought, oh, maybe I skipped it this time, and I haven't. It just took longer to show up. But it hasn't really done much, so I can't really complain. It's just giving me the sniffles. Not even really feeling bad or anything like that, so... 2 secure, 14 days a minute. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it wasn't too bad for me, so I'm not complaining. I've had way worse. This one has just given me a runny nose. And that's nearly done now, so yeah, not too bad. Now for something completely different. Oh, quoting Monty Python. I would say the best female game protagonist of all time. Aloy, Lara Croft. Oof. That's hard because I haven't really played any of those games. But from a purely pleasant female protagonist kind of point, I would say Aloy. Personally, not a huge fan of raiding tombs, regardless of how old it is and how much the person you put that was originally put in that tomb, how long they've been dead for. I would very much like the idea of archaeologists looking at things and then putting it back. But here we are. Last of Us, I am not entirely up to date with. Rather, not at all, so I wouldn't be able to comment on that really. So I'm not sure about Ellie. And Shamus, also I've not played it, but the fact that it isn't really a, a lot of people don't realise that she's female, and I feel like that detracts a little bit from the whole strong female character kind of thing. I like the idea of it being obvious that they're female and awesome. Horizon was a great one. Yeah, I've watched Nick play it and I was very much impressed with that game. I think he's playing through the second one. I don't think he's finished it, but he's drop it down, female, the shocker for all neckbeard. Yeah, exactly. Which is like cool, but I feel like it could have been more interesting for women across the world if it was something that everyone would know and not just people who actually finished the game. I should say. I think there's multiple games. But yeah, it's again a matter of perspective, and I like that. But yeah, Aloy as far as I'm concerned. Who's yours? Aloy, yeah. I still find it hilarious that these, like you say, neckbeards complaining about Aloy having hair on her face. Women don't have hair. Yes, they do. It's just such a fantastic, like, self-report. You've never been close enough to a woman to see that she has hair on her face. I know, right? Women also don't have leg hair or underarm hair. Or gasp hair on their privates. Or farts, yeah, absolutely. We don't do that either. Especially not in our sleep. Oh, absolutely. Sneeze glitter as well. For those of you who wondered. Not germs, but glitter. No mucus. We're like unicorns, really, in that respect. People are so weird when it comes to women. 100%. Like the amount of grief that women have to deal with on a daily basis is, yeah, it's something. Like, I'm not saying that men don't have trouble. or like have issues that they get they have to deal with, but especially young women, like young pretty women struggle. You can't walk down the street without all kinds of propositions and stuff like that. It's you can tell as a woman pretty quickly when your like value drops, like when you get older, is when you stop getting catcalled. They are. But there's also some really good ones in there, so I am reserving judgment until such time it becomes impossible to refrain. And like, I really like men. I think most men are fantastic. Really, usually really genuine and kind. But there's a couple of absolute heels in there that make you want to choose the bear. Your wife felt she couldn't talk to you about any period-related issues and found sexually incredibly understanding how. Yes. The moment you start talking about tampons, most men have an absolute meltdown, like apoplectic kind of, like, ew, gross! Don't talk to me about that. Dude. What do you think? Where do you think my uterine lining is gonna go? It's not gonna, like, dissolve and get reabsorbed into my body. Or, well, some of it does, but most of it doesn't. I read something online the other day about a girl who had her new boyfriend thought, like genuinely thought, that girls when they were on their period, like physically needed chocolate and hot water bottles. So whenever she said that she was on her period, he would immediately go to the shops and get her chocolate and then give her a hot water bottle, because he thought, like, didn't think that it was the kind thing to do, but he thought that she physically needed it, which was fantastic. What's gross about a tube-shaped cotton bud is where it goes, and the fact that it gets bloody. Ew. Ew, David. Funny thing is, when they have a nosebleed and they get one of those medical tampons shoved up their nose, they don't think it's weird. Is that not true? You thought, especially men, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. There are so many men who are incredibly squeamish. I think women are, from a very young age, trained to deal with blood way more. I think a woman in her life sees a lot more blood than men do. So, did a lot of first aid stuff when you were younger in Scouts, and blood and stuff don't bother me. No, exactly. I mean, I haven't done Scouts related stuff but I've never been squeamish. I mean, I don't like it, especially when it's my own, but natural first aid, I've seen so much blood and nasty ones you don't flinch, yeah. Imagine how woman hygiene product would be marketed when men would have the periods. Oh man, I mean, not just hygiene products, but things like pain relief and just general healthcare. Like if things were researched for women instead of for men. Most research, like things like what are the symptoms that you know of that indicate a heart attack? Right, tightness in the chest, tingling or shooting pains down your left arm, that kind of stuff. For women, the symptoms, I've been told, are entirely different, but no one ever talks about those. And the fact that women, after major abdominal surgery, like a cesarean, tend to get sent home with some paracetamol. And men, after having something minor like a vasectomy, get all kinds of like ridiculous painkillers. Oh yeah, but women are just better at handling pain. It doesn't mean we should. They're always ultra turbo. Hard pad for hard men. That would be funny. And watch all these men do like bullfighting and getting in. Another one of those things, they had a female, I don't think she was an astronaut, I think she was a cosmonaut. So she had, yeah, not quite leaving the full atmosphere or something like that, but I think she was going on a short flight, like a space journey somewhere. And the team who were organizing her, like, what to take with her kit, I think they gave her like 3 boxes of tampons, something ridiculous, and she was only going to go for 30 days. Really funny. I'm asking, is 200 tampons going to be enough? I love that kind of stuff. I find that really funny. Because that in a way shows like they're thinking about it and that they care. But they're clearly clueless, which is kind of adorable in a way. Yeah, exactly. At least I thought about it. Bless their cotton socks. Anyway. Who's your favorite male video game character? Have I painted some more NMM recently? Nah. White Wolf is the NMM person here. I use non-metallic metal principles for painting with true metallics. That's what I do. Much prefer that. Geralt, yeah, that's a good one. If for no other reason than Henry Cavill. You just did a painful NMM piece. What did you do? Is he not? Oh, he is mine. Oh, you missed out. I really enjoyed The Witcher. I thought it was really fun. Never finished the game, mind, but I enjoyed the series. Rounded buckler. Well, at least there'll be lots of reference images for round shapes. What was that for? As a straight and married man, can confirm Henry Cavill is my Geralt, yeah. Yeah, he could come say in my bedroom and I would be like, okay, go on then. And I imagine Nick would probably say, or like ask if he could be next. As a straight and not married, but in a long-term relationship. Hello, Grave Paint. How you doing? You looking forward to Cavalitis? Yeah. Green on my finger. Jack Frost, how's it going? Kind of fun. Also shed shield. Said shield. Bear with. We vibe on. I like vibing. Yeah, I'm feeling all right actually today. It's going good. I'm Oh shit, yeah. That is a fucker. That's a really cool model though. Yeah, I like that. That's sick. Very nice. Wind's howling, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think Henry Cavill has made a lot of straight men question their sexuality. And some gay women as well, I imagine. Something about that man. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good today. Nivian and our friend John have gone to our local hobby store, Langdon Games, and they are playing a game of Spearhead today. And we're going out for some food tonight, which will be nice. I'm looking forward to that. Question sexuality every 6 months, just in case, to see how it's doing, so it's not lonely. I like that. You're ace. So neither Cavill nor Ayla would judge. Oh, no, fair enough. No one needs to. Neither need. Oh, God. I don't think any sexuality needs to be questioning. The pans and the A's and the. All the other ones on scale. And these are nice. These brushes. I like them. I'm being very careful with them at the moment, which tends to not last super long with me. But they're working nicely. I think you look at someone and say, "Oh boy, definitely." That's how you feel about everyone. Yeah, well, that's fair. I mean, to be honest, hi Layla, how are you doing? I think that 99% of us would be too intimidated by Henry Cavill to take it that far too. Like, I wouldn't. I would not go there. You're okay? Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. Everyone seems to be doing pretty good today. I like it. I like it. But yeah, I'm testing out my new paintbrushes and figured I should finish my or work on finishing my Nighthaunt. This black coach has been on my desk for months now. It needs to be finished. Or it doesn't need to be anything, but I want it to be finished. Fun event. When it goes, it's just a week away. Ooh, nice. What's the event? Fantasy Ball. Ooh, what are you wearing? And is it like a fantasy book ball or is it a fantasy like universe kind of thing? Don't really really know how to explain that, but is it based on like a book series or multiple book series, as I suppose? Like I've heard there's loads of them, or loads, quite a few of them in America, and they're all, usually they're based around book series like ACOTAR and stuff. Medieval gown, your druid staff, and headpiece using real antlers. Wow. Fancy fame painting on because your ass and makeup myself. That sounds awesome. Is there going to be food or dancing or neither or both? You built the staff and headpiece yourself. That's awesome. If you're going to take pictures, would you put some in the on the Discord? Because I'd love to see what that looks like. Or if you're going to put them on Instagram or something, drop a link to your Instagram on in here so that I can drop you a follow if I don't already. Food, dancing, an artist, alley for jewelry and similar stuff. Awesome. Sexiest man alive: Henry Cavill, Keanu Reeves, David Tennant, Chris Hemsworth, Michael Jordan, or Robert Downey Jr. Ooh, that is a difficult one. Because I find very different things attractive. Like, physically, Henry Cavill, I think, is probably the epitome of masculinity. But if we're saying David Tennant, Great Omens, I wouldn't mind that. You have worked on Ooh, awesome. Yeah, I'd like that. You'd sleep with at least 3 of those. I love that. Oh, Jack is the most handsomest. Never mind Discord being about. Oh. Well, if you find them later, or have them later, I would love to see it because I am very curious now. Yeah. I think Keanu would be a great cuddler. I don't know how he rates on my sexy scale, though. I don't find him very sexy. Chris Hemsworth doesn't really do it for me, but that's probably more because he's just a bit too blonde for me. I don't know, he's a bit too himbo. You'd sleep with White Wolf too? Nice. And I know how incredibly conceited this sounds, like, as if he would, right? But you're too lesbian for this. Oh, hey, we can switch to women later. I am very I'm open to all suggestions, let's put it that way. I'm not like normally attracted to women, but there's this girl on Instagram who sometimes posts stuff, or she quite often posts stuff actually. And if I were into women, I would know what kind of woman it would be, let's put it that way. She is very pretty. In a fun way. I'm not in a oh my god, I'm a model kind of way, but in an I would tap that kind of way. think she's like an influencer or something. Or she's a streamer or something like that. Thanks Twitch for not sending your message. Oh, what was the... It doesn't even say that it was blocked or anything like that. Normally I get a message if it's if a message was blocked. If you could put Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson, who else? Yeah, this Maisie girl who's on Instagram. He needs to be on the women list. How goes the painting today? Twitch is being an ass as usual. Oh. Yeah, the painting goes all right. I think I'm trying out my new brushes, and I thought I should really do some work on these night-haunt ghosts. I think it's going okay. I'm enjoying it. How are you doing, Snow? Are you alright? No school yesterday because of bad weather warning, and then the weather was like, nah, I'm gonna do absolutely nothing. That's amazing. I can't remember the last time. Like, I don't think I've ever had a snow day. Not in like not that I can remember anyway. Oh, Kat Dennings, yeah, she's very pretty. Jessica Alba, good one, good one. Give me a second, let me find this girl because she's probably the only one that I would actually say, like, you know what, I might actually explore that side of myself. This girl. Kate Beckinsale, yeah, good one. She's got these really cool, like, dark makeup kind of things as well. So yeah, for her, I can imagine that women or men would like women. Otherwise, I am not a particularly big fan. Yeah, I feel Margot Robbie should be on there as well. Every woman is either bipolar or bisexual. I like that. Not wrong either. And some women are just bite-sized. Or binoculars? I mean, this whole soundtrack is pretty baller. Got some really good tunes in it. Bilingual, yeah, good one. That I am. Or at least I feel like I fit that category after 11 years here. Native English speakers are some of the least bilingual people who don't have to learn. No, absolutely. It's something that, in a way, I'm very grateful that the Netherlands is such a small country and that almost no one in the rest of the world speaks Dutch. So we're kind of forced to learn other languages. I feel like the English do it better than the Americans, generally speaking. Germans were forced to learn at least 2 other languages. English mandatory and Spanish, French or Latin. Yeah. It's the same in the Netherlands. English mandatory, French and German mandatory for a few years. Then you have to pick one of the 2. And you can drop the other one, and then Latin if you want a certain degree, Greek as well. I feel Latin doesn't really count. It's only for it's not. I feel like it counts. I think Latin counts. It's certainly a language and it helps with a lot of other languages as well. I speak English and bad English. Fifth Element quote count. Yep. The other day it was French and German at school. Yeah. So I know someone who did Latin and Greek. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, I feel like it's really good as a foundational language, but because no one really knows how to fully pronounce things anymore, like we make assumptions based on what we know from the studies of the ancient world. I'm still annoyed that things like, well, we want to say Cicero, but technically speaking, officially, I believe it's Cicero, which I kind of hate. With the hard C. What would you guys guess was your grade in English at home? One... Oh, don't ask that kinds of questions. That's only going to make people upset. You took a French and then wasn't interested in German back then? 4. Like, it really depends on whether spelling and writing and speaking, how it was all taken into consideration and what was how the overall grade was calculated. In the past, your English literature language, because no one is ever going to say what you want to hear, right? That's why. And I also feel like it's not it's not really important, because it's what it was like then doesn't at all reflect on how things are now, and etc. Different grading styles is fairly confusing. Yeah, exactly. MSN Messenger and reading taught you to spell and type better than schooling. Yeah, for me it was video games, movies and video games with subtitles. You're 1 grade off failing class. Same for French. Technically speaking, if we're going to be really technical about things, I didn't even get a grade because I never finished school. So it doesn't matter that all my previous grades were always like 9s and 10s and 8.5s and stuff. It doesn't matter anything if you don't finish. School grades mean nothing the minute you leave. Yeah, I agree. Funnily enough, no one ever asked me for my grades after school, because everyone always assumes you finish. So, if you didn't... Yeah, I feel like schooling will teach you more like about grammatical rules and stuff like that. And learning outside of school will teach you the things that you actually use. And obviously you'll use spelling and grammar outside of school, but not how language feels. Like, for example, I don't read in Dutch anymore. It makes me want to cry every time I have to read anything in Dutch, because it just feels so jarring and a bit uncomfortable. Which is really silly, because I used to love Dutch. But it's, I still like, for normal things, like menus and stuff, and signs, and normal things, I have no issue with it. But reading in Dutch, especially reading a Dutch translation of something that's written in English, just... You also consume your books in English, yeah, same. I'm very, very happy with my Kindle Unlimited subscription, because it means that I can read as many books as I want, and provided they're Kindle Unlimited, obviously. And it means that I don't have to pay more than a Kindle Unlimited subscription, because I would be absolutely skint otherwise. You have a song for me? Don't be offended if I don't like it, because I am very difficult with music. What's to do with my book habit? God. I'll have to watch that some other time, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll watch that later. It's nice. You now have to finish. No worries, girl painting. Thank you for hanging out. Have a lovely rest of your day. And see you again soon. But yeah. Stay in school, kids, but also don't worry if you don't, because it's not the end of the world. It just means that you can't get into universities and stuff like that easily. good. How are you doing? Good evening. It's kind of strange how much this white between quotation marks, because it's not a white, it's more of a blue-grey. How much it like fades once it's dried. Doing good? Yeah, no. Good to hear. Like the green touch on the end of this guy. Yeah, they're all they've all got these little green tips. They're supposed to, well, I was supposed to finish them ages ago, and then different projects kept popping up that I needed to finish first. And I was looking at for something to do, and I was like, you know what? Let's have a little look at these boys and see if I can't get them a little bit closer to being finished and project fully assembled and all that. How are you doing, Death? You alright? Just a tip, yeah. They are for the coach, correct. The coach is mostly finished, but these guys are not. Gonna jump in a game? No worries. Thank you for hanging out for a bit. I really appreciate it. And enjoy. You get to chilling, enjoying some relaxing and not having to work. Awesome. Is my camera slipping? Or am I imagining that? I feel like I have to change the angle all the time. Gonna start on Lady Olinda this year. Nice. Got some 3D prints for it. What kind of 3D prints? Like Lady Olinda itself? Or like bits to go with it? Still here, just might be slow to react. Ah, okay. So I painted Lady Olinda ages ago and I gave her away. And I kind of want to try again at some point, but so many other things that I also want to paint that I don't particularly want to jump in that straight away again. Adeptus, how are you doing? Bits to go with it. Ooh. I am intrigued now. What kind of bits? Doing good. I'm glad to hear it. I feel like everyone's doing alright today, which is nice. It's nice for change. Nice when people are doing well. Don't get me wrong, I also want to hear when people are not doing well, but it's nice when it's nice to hear when it's going good. Sarcophagus and railings, gonna do a graveyard base and try some grimdark. Ooh. You'll have to send me pictures. I was going to do mine a bit swampy. I very much like the idea of a yeah, sort of like dark greens and browns and stuff, and then these ethereal ghosts. Because the coffin that comes with it is pretty sweet. But obviously you can only see so much of it when it's behind the did I glue this on or not? No, I didn't. Yeah, when it's behind the curtains and everything. God, it's actually dusty. That's how long it's been on my desk for. It's such a ridiculously cool model. Right, let's get some different colours, and because I've noticed that none of the weapons are done yet, and the skin isn't done yet. Oh, awesome. Oh, cool. That's very cool. I like that. Gonna be really cool as a base. In English, it's kind of culturally expected that people ask how you are, and then they can respond, "I'm fine," even though you're being devoured alive in a pit. Oh, 100%. No, I agree. Curious, is there a similar convention? I think most cultures, when they ask how you're doing, don't really mean it. It's just a conversation starter kind of thing, and like, yeah, not really meant to. Waylander's Wandering, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, not really meant to hear like someone's full life story, if that makes sense. I'm not a fan either. I'd much rather actually hear no than I think everyone understands how you are. It's the same as hi. The expected answer is fine. Okay, grand. Close personal friends than actual answer is fine. Undesired most times. Yeah, I agree. I think it's one of those things where people you don't really know, you're not expected to tell them really how it's going. Which is kind of sad. I think it's kind of sad. I would like to. If I ask, I genuinely want to know. But flip side of that is that I probably, in most cases, won't give a real answer if asked. Mostly because I don't really want to open that can of worms kind of situation. Like, yeah, they don't really want to know. They're just being polite. Your managers hate asking you how it's going because you're honest. Your directors love it because you're honest. Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is that managers have to deal with problems where directors, generally speaking, can fob it off on someone else. Usually the difference. Nearly. just putting some speed paint on here because I kind of want to see how it turns out, and I'll layer it up afterwards because you know me, I can never leave anything alone. Plus, it doesn't really cover very well. Military people back in World War II who sometimes use snafu. Yep. Oh, we do? Fubar? Although I feel like Fubar is probably slightly more problematic than hitting a snafu. You first heard Fubar in Tango and Cash. I've only ever seen it written down. And I had to Google it because it didn't come with an explanation in the book that I was reading. Don't know about everyone else, but we do just say it's grand. The best time of your life. Shit day, grand. Leg falling off. Ah, sure, I'm grand. Family died, grand. Again, unless it's close friends, you keep that shit to yourself. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, alright. How's it going? Yeah, I'm alright. This is usually, if I respond with, yeah, alright. Generally speaking, I'm repressing some serious shit. Fubar is shockingly common saying in Games Workshop staff circle. Is it really? That's funny. Somehow I'm not surprised. Running out of reindeer noses to ease. Reindeer noses? What are reindeer noses? I mean, I'm sad that I ran out of sour worms. Anything like Tankfastics, sour worms, all of these. Love them. Love them. I have no idea what a reindeer nose is. RuneScape music brings up my memories. It's one of those fantastic playlists that always has people going all sentimental and nostalgic. You hate jelly sweets, really? What, like in jelly beans or as in like anything gummy related? Jaggers let streamers use the soundtrack, no copyright. Yeah, it's the playlist that I'm using is a lo-fi video games playlist that just has a load of really cool things on it, and it's it like will never get copyright striked because they specifically say that it never will on the page. Random knows a chocolate with shortbread in and raspberry filling. Ooh, that sounds good. Just don't eat gummies, huh? Oh, fair enough. I really like them, but I know that I am a bit of a weirdo. Bit of a weirdo. But chocolate shortbread and raspberry, that sounds pretty epic. Your wife loves the gummies, you can have them. It's good teamwork. Nice partnership. You get all the lamb, all the fruitcake. The fruitcake, really? I mean, the lamb I get, but fruitcake is either dry or stodgy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll eat it. Because I'm essentially a garbage bin. Having a bit of a think about what to do with this skin. You love Frigga? Yeah, Stollen is a different story. I really do like Stollen with marzipan in, and then the best way to eat that is to get a slice of it, scoop out the marzipan, spread that on the Stollen, and then put butter on it, and a tiny bit of salt. That is beautiful, beautiful stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to steal some of Nivian's paints. I'll have to remember to put them back, but yeah, it's ridiculously good. It's in the Netherlands we call it kerstbrood, Christmas bread, and it's just, or even better, in my eyes, or my opinion, gevulde speculaas. The speculaas is like a spiced biscuit, but you can also make it into like a slightly softer version. It still has like a crunch and it will still break, but you can form it and you can put it around a roll of marzipan. And oh, dude, it's like or a plaque sometimes. Sometimes it's just a slab of. Show you a picture. this stuff. It's so good. So good. Right, let's go danger. Not with that brush. I'm going to put some plague bearer flesh on this, and this is going to either make me want to hurt myself, so I will probably have to add a bit of water, thin that stuff a bit. Yeah, there we go. And then we can build it up with but yeah, gevulde speculaas is probably my favorite biscuit of all time. I suppose it's probably more like a cookie or a cake. But yes, I feel like it qualifies. Getting hungry now. My gummy worms all but forgotten. Not that I have any left, but now I don't really crave them anymore. Now I want gevulde speculaas. I should make some. I need to ask my mum for her almond marzipan like recipe, because she makes a mean one with a tiny hint of lemon in it. So lemon zest. It's beautiful. Funnily enough, I'm not normally a fan of marzipan, but I am in Stollen and gevulde speculaas. Oh man, I wish I'd brought more snacks with me now. Have a drink. Let me quickly dry these bad boys. Cool. Nick is painting Death Guard, Plague Marines. Stop talking about snacks. Oh man. I need to put like a snack stash in here, really. I hear a car. I reckon it's probably Nivian. I reckon. Brush is going to be too small. How about this one? That'd be nice. Bonk, hey, how you doing? Yeah, snack stash would be nice, but I don't think it would last very long in here. I'm quite good with dog treats, obviously, because I personally don't eat those. But I keep a little stash for the dog in here. Plenty of shelves for it. You'd say that, but I don't really. It's Is that your dad, George? He's looking at the door and he's not sure. He's looking very uncertain. Well, at the moment, I'm nearly out. I've got a tiny pouch of cat treats that they're not treats. They're just a taster pouch of dry cat food, which works really well as a treat for the dog. So yes, there is a treat stash for the doggo. Yeah, I hear him too, Bet. I hear him too. It's your dad. But I could make a snack drawer. It's just that snacking during a stream just feels really wrong. Like, I sometimes do, and I always feel really, like, kind of rude. Like, people are watching me, and I shouldn't be sitting here eating snacks, but... I also feel if me having a snack is offensive to you, then you probably shouldn't be here. I also don't want to spoil my appetite for just make a snack time redeem. Ooh. No, but that's dangerous. Because then other people would get to control how much I snack. And I fear that would be... problematic. Like, I would be eating so much. Eating is such a major offense as you tuck into breakfast. No, you love it. Yeah, I'm just worried that I would be eating way too much. Well, I guess I can do different sizes of snacks. You're eating anyway. Oh, you eat it anyway. Sorry, I'm fully in my own. Put a long cooldown on it. Oh, I don't actually know how to do that. Like, I fully expect one day to just end up having to wear a wig for the rest of my my streaming career. See, if that would have been Fulgrim, it would have been in bits. Fulgrim is a flimsy bitch. I saw someone the other day, I can't remember who it was, but I raided him and I had a look around on his profile when I was there. And he had donations for all kinds of things on there, like you could buy him like dinners and stuff. He he had like links to his favorite orders from his favorite local delivery places on on his stream page, like on his Twitch. Gotta admit, not 100% sure how I feel about that, but it's certainly a way to get snacks. Hello? Why do I have a thingy on here? Any help with streamer stuff there? Oh, I really appreciate that. You have offered that before. It's one of those things that I always think I want to do, but then I never find time to do it, or like the mental capacity. It's yeah, I really don't like the admin side of things. Yeah, it's time, and it's like yeah. Feed me Seymour Redeem sounds equally great and terrible. Oh my god. Yeah. That's terrifying. The new supermod can do that kind of thing for you. Really? Yeah, but it's like stuff like I wouldn't like at some point I would like to set up like a donation kind of thing, because I know that just buying subs isn't the funnest, but if you're able to contribute towards a goal that someone has, like if I were to like, oh, I really would like to buy a knight or something to paint on stream, or I would really like to do XYZ, like that kind of stuff. I feel like it would be more fun to contribute towards that than towards paying Twitch. But that's the kind of thing that I have no idea how to go about doing without compromising my own sanity. So for now, I'll just keep painting. Until I win the lottery or something. I'd love to win the lottery. And just pay off my mortgage, and then just stream a lot more, paint a lot more, make some money. I mean, I don't have to win a lot, like enough to pay off the mortgage, that'd be nice. Just so that my hobby could support the things that I want to do, and my bills would be paid, etc. also would like it if there was less pressure on Nivian. Bless him. He keeps saying that, oh, you should work less. I'm happy to pay more towards the bills, and I don't like that. Don't like that he would take that on him. That kind of pressure doesn't feel nice. I don't want to rely on someone else. Unless that person is obviously a millionaire, in which case, bring it, daddy. But do I use Stream Elements? I believe I do. Streamlabs. Streamlabs. So donations via Streamlabs. Oh, thank you, Death. I really appreciate it. I think we'll have to. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you both. You're too kind. The way his arm bends, like the way he's like it's technically anatomically fine, but it looks weird as hell. Great stream. Thank you for so much. I appreciate it, Pixie. Back to file work. We're at home. I heard you come in, and George heard you come in, and he was very concerned. It was very funny. His tail was down and he was like bopping. The game was a draw. Wow. That's good. evenly matched. Just painting some Nighthaunt. Yeah, I thought I should probably finish this massive model that I've been, well, waiting to complete for ages. I was going to work on the basis for my Tyranids, but I figured, you know what, I have some time, I should probably just finish these boys. And finishing is obviously not going to happen today, but at least I'll be a step closer because they need it. And they're so pretty. They're such pretty models. I really don't really understand why I keep putting it off, but it's the Black Coach. So I've basically finished the coach ages ago. And it's been sat on my desk for yonks. Because I had other projects that were, at the time, more important for me to finish. And I kept doing other things first, and I haven't really touched my Nighthaunt since, which is a bit silly, because I love this model, and it's really, really cool. It's one of the better models that Games Workshop have ever done, in my opinion. You play Age of Sigmar, but almost no one actually uses the Black Coach. Yeah, I don't know if it's any good in games, but it's very fun to paint. A very beautiful model. But I would not be able to tell you if it's any good. I imagine not, if no one uses it for games. Hello, Ben. How are you doing? Thank you. And a stretch ambassador. Very nice, thank you. Two seconds. I don't know why I was surprised that you have the points for that. Okay, bear with. Beat me to it. $81K? That's outrageous. How dare you? That is a crazy amount of points. I should put something in for like, a ridiculous amount of points. So that people can actually get rid of some points if they want to. Buy something crazy cool. Not really sure what that would be, but because I'm not going to do something like 50k. Get me to put on a onesie or something like that. I mean, I would, but not with the summer coming. I have a dinosaur onesie. Don't know if it still fits. I reckon it does. Only 4k. Yeah, but you're spending it like in chunks of 1,000 almost every stream, so I'm not surprised that you're not. Exactly, some of us redeem.
I'm not a shrink.
Thank you. See, there it is. I do always like a good stretch. They do good things for me. Should probably do a have you tried blinking but redeem as well? Maybe if I have a ridiculously slow day at work, I'll make some gifs or something and find some sound bites that I actually like. That's the kind of stuff that takes me forever, like. Or even creating gifs, I could, but time consuming. You need to learn this magic. What magic? Stream stuff? Yes. See, you should befriend Pixie. Because I am terrible at these things. Hence the help from Pixie and Duth. Duth is basically the person who showed me everything at the start of this whole journey. And then I added a few things myself, changed a few things, but it's yeah, it took me a while. And it still takes me ages. I'm just not very good at it. I'm just okay, these are nice brushes. I do recommend them. Can recommend orange brushes. Back to doing chaos trim. Oof. It doesn't sound like my idea of a great time, but then I'm the kind of person who buys Harlequins because she wants to try making a checker pattern. So, who am I? What do I know? I'm so excited for dinner. I can't even fully remember. I think it's Thai? Where is Saigon again? Or I think it's Thailand. Or Vietnam? Scammed. I know. Well, the black dog is under my desk. I should get another camera, really, for black dog footage. How are you doing, Castavar? You alright? cool. So I have a cup, a book, a scythe, a whip, and a sword to paint. And then these guys are sort of done. Let's have a little looky to see when my 12 minutes. Get to take it off. The spider in my room is wiggling. Don't like when they wiggle. It's lovely and warm, but I'll always have to readjust my headset afterwards because I have to make it so much bigger than. Right, the book. The book should be easy enough. Let's just put these little paints in this box again so I don't leave them out. Because until my new shelves are up, I can't actually put them on the shelves. What a surprise. Oh, you don't have to move, George. You were nice and you were snug. Leather on the book. And let's get... What shall we do? See, I feel like bronze would work better, but there's already so much brown and bronze on this model. For the sword and the whip, so I think I might just go with Leadbelcher or something. Yeah, I can always change it if I don't like it. Well, manky pot of Leadbelcher. There's a tail underneath my microphone cable. Oh dear. Can I roll my chair forward without rolling over your tail? Yeah. Right, we don't use my nice new brushes for metallics or speed paints. Licking the tip back in. Okay. Oh, you like that, don't you? Licking the tip. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Actually, I lie, I do know where that came from, but... What on earth happened to this poor brush? Let's go with... Yeah, I know. Rude. Rude alert. Put some brown on this book. So I can then layer it up. I think I will use a bone color for the pages. I do like that I'm finally getting back into finishing this model. It's been a long time coming. I don't actually know. I'm pretty sure I have another shitty lead belcher, but have I got a new one? Abaddon black. Something smells open in this drawer, but it's not. Okay. So we have a bunch of bronze in here, by the looks of it. Balthazar gold, Balthazar gold. For some reason, 2 Balthazar golds and none on the shelf. I think I might use that actually. Lots of grey, 3 pots of grey, blacks, white, loads of blue. What's this? What's that? Another Balthazar gold. So I have three pots of Balthazar gold in this drawer, which is... This one is fully new, not even opened. No, it has been opened. But it's new, because I remember marking a pot when I... Oh, shocker. What's this? Oh, another Corvus Black, huh. Cool. Well, shows you. Shows me, rather. So, the sword can be... The cup can be Balthazar golds. The sword and the scythe are going to be lead belcher. Why is there a dog hair on my wet palette? Who knows? Who knows? Gammon. Gammon. Cool. What a silly weapon. I mean, I wouldn't want to get chopped by it, but it seems very unwieldy. But then again, I guess if you're just using it to bring out your dad, chop what's already. Yeah, we're only chopping lifelines, not anything else. I think there's a half a scabbard on this thing. That's going to be interesting. Glad I picked silver for this though, because scabbard and bronze would be an annoying combination to paint. Hi, Twisted Pickle. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm trying to finally finish my black coach, which has been on my to be finished pile for ages, because I kept getting other projects got in the way that were more time sensitive, and yeah, it's fun, but there's quite a lot that still needs to happen on this. But I love the model, it's so cool. Okay, cool. Any more? Just the tip. That can be bronze. What about his helm? I want to say bronze gold as well. Right. Water. Right, Balthazar gold, because I like how bronzy that looks. Freaking Citadel pots. Why? Why? Love the paints, not the pots. Right. I'll slap this on and I'll paint the cup and his mask. Oh no, I've got half of that gold under my nail. What a surprise. And then I'll wrap things up, go walk the dog, and get ready for dinner. Very excited to be going out for dinner tonight. Don't really go out for food very often. And I've been told it's nice where we're going, so. I can't really tell if this is all supposed to be metallic or if this is supposed to be a different... If it's supposed to be like a skull or something on this guy with a really long chin, but we're gonna go with metallic. We're gonna go with this gold. And then maybe I will decide to look at the reference images at some point and decide if I want to change it or not. Chances are I won't change it. Because ain't no one got time for that. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Doesn't go all the way around. He looks like he's got his neck like hunched over part of the back part, so fair enough. I will need to touch up in between the helm points because I can already tell that I've messed up there, which is a bit annoying but not entirely unexpected. Cuparoo? It's a shallot? Shallot? Technically, a cup doesn't have a stem. And it's not glass, so it's not a glass. Basically saving your points to change the brush size when it's going to paint eyes. That'd be evil. How goes the ghosties? They're going. I'm just putting a bit of Balthazar gold on this cup. And then I think I'm gonna call it because I still need to walk the dog before we go for food. So yes, very hungry. Like I had a decent enough lunch, so I don't really know why I'm as hungry as I am, but I am very hungry. I made a really nice egg salad, so had that on a very large cheese topped roll. The egg salad was made of 2 eggs, and I had it with cucumber and lettuce and all that nice stuff. But, yeah. Hungry again. Painting his brain. Well, it's not fancy, but it's a little bit fancy. I mean, it's going out for food rather than having food being brought to me, so that's a different experience. The restaurant's called Saigon, and I think they do an all-you-can-eat kind of thing, but I'm not entirely sure what the story is, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm just going to go with the vibe. Brain runs on glucose. You remember? Yeah, we haven't been there. I've never been there before. Nick has been once, but with work. You may have seen it if you've gone for a walk through town. I don't know if you did, but... I think we went to Takayama with you. Yeah, that's Takayama. That's the Badger, yeah. That's where we normally go if we go out for food. But Nick and John were in Ipswich to play Spearhead, so it would have been very silly for them to be in Ipswich, play Spearhead, come back here just to pick me up to go back to Ipswich. So we wanted to do something in Felixstowe instead. Right, so that has some bronze on it. What am I going to do with this handle? Also looks metallic. That can have some Balthazar on it as well. Doop, 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 doop. You don't remember where things are. One place. I mean, you wouldn't because you never have to go there, right? You get. We always take you. It's different if you have to travel there somewhere yourself. Evening, Jace. How you doing? You're catching me just as I am wrapping up, my friend. Any requests for... You are indeed a passenger princess. Any requests for where to go raid? Does anyone have any special... Anyone special they would like to go support? And when I say that, I personally prefer small streamers. So someone who doesn't already have like 80 viewers or something. Just got home from work. Ooh, nice. You say thankfully, does that mean that it could have been a late night one and it wasn't? Or did you just... Are you just feeling happy to be home? Both are valid, obviously. Small parts, sharp points. Yeah, exactly. That was my my wondering. Exhausting being a football manager. Oh god, a quiet day. Oh no. They are possibly even worse than really busy ones. Have I still got a wet patch of... No. You're basically doing 2 jobs, yeah, exactly. Doop, 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 doop. Only getting paid once, yeah, ridiculous. What you need to do is you would need to join a fantasy football league and win. Spiredyne is live with only a few viewers. Yes. That sounds... I don't know who they are, but that sounds cool. I will just put a little bit of paint on this scabbard. I can never just finish when I want to finish. I was like, oh, actually... Thanks for the stream. No worries, Painted. That's my pleasure. Thank you for hanging out. As always. Oh, I'll just quickly watch as she completely ruins all progress she's made by slapping on hardened leather speed paint on finished blue cloth. I didn't, but that is the kind of thing that I would do. Okay, cool. Cool. Spiredyne. What a name. Sure to ask her raise. Right, let me grab my keyboard. There's always a bit of a palaver. Let's have a little look-see. Browse. See what they're up to. Copy. Paste. Coolio. No idea who they are, but it looks like cool stuff they're doing. So let's go there. I've had a really nice chill stream this evening, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure. And yeah, I hope you will all join me on the raid to Spiredyne, or however that's pronounced, because I always like showing some love somewhere else. Everyone go buy your tickets to RoseCon. It's on the 25th of April this year in Cardiff in Wales. Tickets are available at rosecon.org. And there is a painting competition, one that you can prepare for, and one that is on the day. So, yeah, worth checking out. Yours truly, I'll be there. Yeah. With that, have a lovely rest of your Saturday. See you all soon. And, yeah, have a nice evening. Bye-bye.